Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. Hello, adventurers, and welcome back to my channel. What's so interesting, you might be asking? Well, currently, AT&T is having a bit of a hiccup in the Leadville area. In fact, I am staying here on my way to the GoPro Mountain Games, and I wanted to revisit a place that you have seen on one of my uploads previously, an area just outside of Turquoise Lake that is absolutely beautiful. I love it because it's a nice forest camp. It's a little bit cooler than some of the other areas, and you have a beautiful, spectacular view of the mountains. But let me just show you. I think that that's going to be a better representation of why I love this campsite. As you can see, absolutely beautiful, amazing, and completely free. Now, herein lies the problem. And this is a problem I have never encountered at any other time while on the road. I pulled into camp yesterday. I was super excited about getting there because I was super tired after driving many hours. I went ahead and set up my entire camp and then realized that I had no data on my phone. Now, when I say I had no data, I mean I had no data. Like, my phone was showing full signal, like it always does out there, because the signal at this place is phenomenal. However, whenever I went to go and log on to anything, it would just sit there and spin and say there was no internet. Whenever I would go to send a text message to another person who has an iPhone, iMessage would not work. In fact, there was only one person that I could send text messages to, and that's because they did not have an iPhone. I later learned that I could push send as text on an iPhone and it would go ahead and go through, but even then it was taking forever. So I woke up this morning, the problem persisted, and I came here to the library. Now, why did I come to the library? Well, the library has free Wi-Fi here in Leadville, and so I thought, if nothing else, I could possibly pair my phone to the Wi-Fi and maybe get a call out so that I could figure out what is going on and if this is an isolated incident to my phone. Turns out it's not. In fact, while I was sitting here trying to figure this all out, I met another person who was also experiencing the same issue, and then another, and it was AT&T specific. But something else I noticed that was a little bit strange was when I was at the camp still, I spoke to someone who had Starlink, and theirs was also messed up, which I thought was wild and a little strange. So I went on a deep dive, and finally, after I was able to access my phone, I called AT&T. Now, whenever there is an outage, they ask you for an address. So being at the library was handy for not only the Wi-Fi, but also for the physical address it provided. As soon as I gave them the address, they were telling me, oh my goodness, yes, there is a bad problem in your area and the data is completely down. And then they asked me, are you calling in on the phone in question? To which I said, yes, but I connected it to Wi-Fi. And that's the only way that this would work for me to do this. Now, I have, again, been to this site before and never had an issue. And I have used my WeBoost in this area to get an even better signal. I tried doing that yesterday, nothing at all. So this made me question everything. Did I hook the WeBoost up right? Was my phone working correctly? Was it just the area that I was in? I even moved to another campsite from the one that I had originally settled into because I didn't know what was going on and all I knew was something was bad. You know how we've talked about the paper maps before? This is the reason you need paper maps, because anything that would have been accessed off of the data portion of my phone would not be available. Now, fortunately for me, I knew where I was going. I've been here before, but that's not always the case. And so I definitely implore you guys to stay on top of paper maps, even more so now. Now, a couple of other things that this taught me. This taught me that as much as I don't think I use my cell phone, I use my cell phone a lot for a lot of different things. Even just the basic texting of my little group that I keep up with. I couldn't even respond to them yesterday. And like I said, I had one person that I could text to, and the text messages were only getting through about part of the time. So it was so frustrating. But I wanted to hop on here and do this quick video to talk to you guys about that so that you would understand that this is something that we never plan for. This is something that never happens. But when it does, oh my goodness, it's so inconvenient. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to download everything I possibly need so I can take this back out to camp, and then I can work on some things in my solitude. Also, because there is Wi-Fi, I'm going to go ahead and download a few programs off of Netflix so that I have something to watch other than the DVDs. Now, I have plenty of DVDs to keep me occupied, but sometimes you just want to watch something that's not in the sleeve, so this gives me a few other options. Additionally, I'm going to go ahead and do my errands around town. So I'm going to go to the store, I'm going to go ahead and get some gas, and then I'm going to slowly meander back out to my campsite and hope that there's a resolution for this by then, although I am very doubtful. But I'm also going to let my friends know where I am just in case, because I will not be reachable. You know how I've said many times that you need a safety buddy? Well, in cases like this, a safety buddy can be a bit more difficult because you can't physically drop a pin from the location you're in because of data. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to find the coordinates on my laptop of where I am staying, and I'm going to send those out to the couple people that keep in touch with me. In addition, I did make a call to my parents so that they would know where I am, just because if they tried to call me, there is zero service. I just kind of like to keep people in the loop and always have several different versions of safety kind of built in. So I'm going to select when I'm going to come back to town tomorrow and let everyone know, hey, I will text you again from the library at this time if my cell service is still bad. If you don't hear from me by then, be a little bit aware of what's going on. And then if you still don't hear from me, then you have my coordinates. You'll know where I am. So yeah, that's just kind of something that I wanted to kind of encourage you guys to think about. Having that safety buddy, having those precautions and those measures in place, and then also making the most of your time, even whenever it disrupts everything you're thinking about doing. Do everything that you can, when you can, as you can when you're on the road. The one variable that is always consistent in van life is that things are not consistent. So I hope that this video, although short, is helpful to you guys. I just wanted to kind of keep you in the loop as to the realities of van life and challenge you guys to think about that a little bit. Remember, guys, we are not here for a long time, but we are here for a good time. And some days it's stuff like this that just kind of happens completely out of the blue that throws us for a loop, and we have to be able to roll with it. Till next time, guys, bye.